The Mass Effect might be getting a TV series. Let's have a chat. Welcome back, Commander. If this is your first time here, I make videos on Mass Effect, and I've got a ton of them on my channel already, so make sure you check them out after you finish this one. The Mass Effect might be getting a TV show. Now, I'm not really sure on what to think about it. On one hand, you've got the Mass Effect universe with Shepard and the Reapers and the trilogy story. On the other hand, you've got a wide galaxy full of different species and stories that can be told, and a whole range of different areas that can be explored. See, the problem is, they're going to want to tell the story about Shepard and the Reapers. But to do that, that means that they're going to canonize a Shepard. One of the joys about Mass Effect is that it's your story. The developers kind of give you the parameters of the story, but how you get from one space to the other is entirely up to you. Who your Shepard is. Is it male or female? Are they renegade or paragon? Or somewhere in between? And to see that on TV, it's going to completely alienate half of the people that like to play. So one of the other options is that is what I would like to see. And it's that they could set it in or around the trilogy, but not actually tell the story of the trilogy, not actually tell the story of Shepard. Shepard could make cameos where they're on news bulletins, or you see them, but they're walking in their full armor with their helmet on, so that you can't tell if it's a male or a female. Or it could be set where Shepard is actually dead. There's a whole 2 years between the end of Mass Effect 1 and the start of Mass Effect 2. The Reaper threat has been played down, and so people don't think they're actually real.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.
Setting it in the 2-year gap between Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 could also mean that you can have the fan favourites, Garrus, Liara, Kaidan or Ashley. You can have them star in the show, and you could see a bit of their backstory between the games or leading up to Mass Effect 2. It could be a really, really good way of expanding the galaxy and expanding the lore without contradicting or overriding anything that's already been established. The Mass Effect comics and the books do this really, really well, and so this could be a nice companion piece to the actual games and not just retelling the story of the games. The problem with a TV adaptation as well is that you're not going to get the full story. It's going to have bits cut out because it has to fit within a TV narrative time. And is that going to then take away from the actual story of Mass Effect and the Reapers and Shepard? For new people, they're not going to know about Shepard and the Reapers story. So for them, if it didn't include them, it wouldn't make any difference. The only people that would know about the trilogy story are the people that played the games. And would the people that played the games really want their personal story to be changed or shown on screen, and they'll be like, well, that's not how I did it, that's not my Shepard, that's not the way that they spoke to them, that's not what happened when I made that choice. Each episode could be a companion story, so you could see what happened between Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, what happened to Garrus. You can see him building his team, taking down the gangs of Omega. You could see how Miranda and Liara worked together to recover Shepard's body, but not actually see Shepard, or Liara working with Theron in their struggle to, reclaim Shepard's body from the Collectors. It is a good thing that a TV show would bring more people into the franchise, and that's always a good thing because that means more people interested, and it would give the green light for further games down the line. Another option is they set it after the end of the games. We don't know what happens really after the destruction of the mass relays. We know that all the species are in the Sol system, and we know that they can rebuild, But maybe that's what we could see. We could see that it's been a couple of 100 years since the end of Mass Effect 3, and we can see what the civilization is like now. It could actually be a nice lead-in to the next Mass Effect game. Or you could take it back and do it between the First Contact War. You can have a whole story around that First Contact War, or even if it's John Grisham leading that first expedition through the first mass relay. Setting it back in the past, though, does limit the options that they have in regards to aliens. You can only have the humans, really, that you can see on screen, which I suppose will make it easier for costumes, but it doesn't really make for a good entertainment TV when you've got a vast galaxy of all these different species and you can't really use them because the humans haven't met them yet. So where they're going to set it, it's the logical place would be in the trilogy era. Do they use Shepard, or do they use somebody else? But I'd like to know your thoughts as well. Do you actually think that they should make it? Do you think they should use Shepard, or do you think they should use a completely new cast of characters and have cameos of the original crew and as the people from the games? Let me know down in the comments. And did you know there was 2 Mass Effect games that you can't play anymore? You can check them out right here in this video. Big thank you to Nerdy Dude and the supporters, and you for watching. See you next time.